If you are looking to buy a new pre-built gaming PC from Skytech Gaming, this is going to be the right video for you. I'll show you the best gaming PCs from Skytech, and of course I'll show you the level of performance that you can achieve. All budgets included for 1080p, 1440p and 4K resolution. The link to all of these systems with the most updated pricing and availability will be down in the video description. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. Now, when you're looking to buy a new pre-built PC, Skytech has been dominating the pre-built PC market because of how great their PCs are in terms of price to performance. Now, I have tested some of their PCs in the past and I can safely recommend them, so I will go from the cheapest PC to the most expensive one. First, let's start with the best budget gaming system for under $1,000 in the Skytech Nebula. This one is a 1080p Ultra or 1440p High gaming system, and you will be able to achieve high FPS at 1080p in both high demanding titles and esports shooters. Here you get the RTX 4060 graphics card alongside the i5-13400F CPU, a 1TB SSD and 16 gigs of RAM, which is the standard for gaming. And if you want to see the exact level of performance, well, at 1080p on high to ultra settings in high demanding titles, I was able to average 88 FPS and 79 FPS on average when I played on a 1440p monitor with DLSS on these same high demanding titles. And then in esports shooters, 1080p competitive settings, I was able to average well over 300 FPS. Definitely my favorite system in the entire market for under $1,000. But if you can spend more money and you want better gaming performance, then I recommend you getting the next one on the list, which is the Skytech Omega 2. Now this one is a 1080p max out or 4K entry level gaming system, so you can play at any resolution and you will be achieving a smooth level of performance, and I will get to the exact level of performance in just a moment. With this system you get a Ryzen 7 7700X, then you get an RTX 4070 Super graphics card, which is a 1440p ultra gaming graphics card. This system has DDR5 memory because you are on the AM5 platform, and you get 32 gigs of RAM, which is ideal if you want to do streaming while gaming or if you want to do other tasks like content creation. You get a 1TB Gen 4 SSD, which is a standard for gaming, and in terms of the level of performance, with this system you can expect well over 100 FPS on average in the most high demanding titles at 1440p out there, and you can expect 130 plus FPS at 1080p, so very high FPS, and you can expect around 60 FPS on average at 4K with no DLSS on. If you turn on DLSS, you will be achieving 70 to 90 plus FPS depending on the exact game and the settings. Now the price for this system by the time of filming is definitely not cheap, going for around $1,620. Now maybe when you're watching this one the price is different and you get away with a nice discount. So once again, I do recommend you checking the latest pricing and availability from the links down below. But if you want a cheaper system and still get amazing performance for 1440p, then I recommend you getting the Blaze 4 Mini, which is the PC alternative. And here you get the RX 7800 XT and a Ryzen 5 9600X. Now in terms of gaming performance, it's going to be slightly slower, and instead of achieving 108 plus FPS on average in the most high demanding titles at 1440p, you will be able to achieve around 99 plus FPS. So it's not a huge difference, and here you are spending $1,489, which is quite cheaper. So if you have a budget of around $1,500 and you do not want to go over $1,600, then I recommend you getting the Blaze 4 Mini. Now, if you have more money to spend and you want to max out the level of performance at 1440p, so I'm talking about very high FPS at 1440p, or if you want to play at 4K high to ultra settings, then the next system is going to be the perfect PC for you, and it's one of my favorite gaming PCs in the entire market. Now, before talking about this pre-built PC, I want to say that if you are finding valuable information so far, subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you learn more about computers. Now let's continue. So this system is the Blaze 4, and the reason why it's so great is because you get the Ryzen 7 7800X3D processor, which is arguably the fastest CPU in the market when it comes to gaming, and you get the RTX 4070 Ti Super graphics card, which is one of the best graphics cards in the entire market, especially for 1440p high FPS or 4K resolution gaming. With this system, you will be able to achieve 120 plus FPS on average in the most high demanding titles out there at 1440p resolution, and around 70 FPS on average in the same type of games at 4K high to ultra settings. If you want to turn on the DLSS at 4K, you can expect around 100 plus FPS on average, depending on the exact game and the settings. But honestly, this is an amazing level of gaming performance, since yes, it's not the cheapest system out there, it's definitely not the most expensive one. So if you want to be able to play any game at 4K resolution down the line, and you do not want to go over $2,500 or $3,000 for the most expensive systems out there, this is going to be the best option for you. Here you of course get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory as well, and you get 2 terabytes of SSD, so plenty of storage and more storage than any other system I've mentioned. On Amazon you can get the Skytech O11B, which is slightly cheaper for $2,000, and it has the same exact components except for the storage. Here you get a 1 terabyte SSD, so if you're okay with having less storage and you like this one more because of the aesthetic, by all means go with the Skytech O11V from Amazon. The link will be down below as well in the description, and it is slightly cheaper, so you save $20. But in my opinion, if I have to give you my recommendation, is to go with the $2,020 system from Skytech, because you get plenty of storage and $20 is not a big price difference. But again, it's up to you, and if you like the aesthetics more from the Amazon one, by all means go ahead and buy that one instead. Now, if you have more money to spend and you want to play at 4K ultra settings, but still you don't want to spend more than $3,000, then the Skytech O11V from Amazon is the best option for you, but not the same as the last one. This one has a different graphics card in the RTX 4080 Super, and you get the fastest CPU in the market once again in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. And here you get 2 terabytes of Gen 4 SSD. In terms of the level of gaming performance at 4K in the most high demanding titles out there, you can expect 85 plus FPS, and of course this is with no DLSS on. So very strong level of performance for 4K resolution, and of course if you have a 1440p monitor, well, this is an amazing future-proof 1440p system as well. In terms of esports shooters, you can expect 540 plus FPS on average at 1440p and 1080p resolution, so you can max out any monitor refresh rate and you can play at 360 plus FPS on average. So this is definitely one of the best high-end Skytech systems out there in the market. If you want the highest FPS Skytech gaming system, I recommend you getting the Skytech Gaming Prism. Now this one is going for $3,200, really expensive, but you get the best graphics card in the entire market in terms of performance in the RTX 4090. So if you want to max out the level of gaming performance that you can achieve at any resolution, this is going to be the perfect system for you. You get 2 terabytes of Gen 4 SSD, of course, you get 32 gigs of RAM, so it is going to be amazing for streaming, gaming, even content creation. But if you're a content creator, I have a different recommendation for you that I will be talking about in just a second. But anyway, in terms of the exact level of performance, you can expect 110 plus FPS with no DLSS on at 4K resolution in high demanding titles on average. So have more than $3,000 to spend and you don't care about spending this amount of money, I highly recommend you getting this one, especially if gaming is your #1 priority. However, if you want to do both gaming at a very high level like this one, and also you want a better level of performance for content creation and productivity work, then I recommend you getting the Prism 3 from the Skytech website, which is going to be more expensive. Actually, this one is $3,730 by the time of filming, so around $500 more expensive than the last one, but you get an upgraded CPU in the Ryzen 9 7950X3D, which for gaming is going to be the same as the 7800X3D from the last system. So again, if you are only going to do gaming, then the last one is more than enough, and I recommend you saving those $500. And you want to do, again, gaming and content creation at the same level, this might be a good investment for you. Remember, you have all the links down in the video description with the latest prices and availability, but I want to say that if you are willing to buy from other companies, even though Skytech Gaming, in my opinion, is the best brand in terms of price performance, you can find some deals that are going to be better at some price points. So if you are willing to buy from other companies, I recommend you watching my video on the best Prebuilt Gaming PCs of the month. That one will be in the top right of the screen and in the video description. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.